Welcome to SmartTalk Radio. This is episode 11 of SmartTalk Radio. This is Chris Zaphoid Karabats. Today, Mark and I interviewed Derrick J. Freeman of Anypay.global, a multi-coin crypto point-of-sale system popular among the Free Coast people in New Hampshire, as well as a few different places around the world. They recently had a proposal passed to get SmartCash added to their point of sale, and there's a video going around online of SmartCash working on their point of sale system. It was great to talk to Derrick, get to know a bit more about Anypay, what they're doing, and why they're doing it. Hope you enjoy the show. Hey everyone, this is Chris Zaphoid Karabats with SmartTalk Radio, and with me today I have my usual co-host Mark. Go ahead and say hi, Mark.
Hey everyone.
And we are talking to Derrick J. Freeman of Anypay.global today. Derrick is a recent proposal winner at SmartCash to get SmartCash into the Anypay global ecosystem. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Derrick.
We're all winners. We're all winners here. My name is Derrick, and I made a proposal that anyone can do with SmartCash, saying, hey, I have some idea that I want to bring value to the SmartCash community by making it easier and more fun for businesses to accept SmartCash for payment. And I pitched the idea, and man, it was a nail biter. It went back and forth and back and forth. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And then finally ended on a yes. And I'm very happy to bring you and the SmartCash community the news that SmartCash is fully integrated with Anypay. People can use it today going to Anypay.global and add your SmartCash address, take payment at business. It's going to get even easier over the next couple days as we release for iOS and Android updates this week. But the big news is it's done, and it's done ahead of schedule. We budgeted it out until March 15th, and we're already finished with a couple of those deliverables. So good news. It's going to be really fun. And people might have already seen the video. If you're really in touch with the SmartCash community, then a video has been floating around Twitter and Discord, and it should probably be on Reddit by now, where I pay an invoice and it's like, bang! It's exactly what you would expect. We use it. Anyway, that's the introduction.
That's excellent. Yeah, the proposal you did was, I'm pretty sure, the longest running proposal in the proposal system history, because we made a change, I don't know, probably about a year ago now, where a proposal changes from yes to no in the last 24 hours, it gets extended for another 24 hours. This is to keep people from coming at the last moment with a bunch of bot votes and changing things or whatever, because we all know that if the vote's already going your way, you're less likely to put forward the effort to vote. So people were trying to take some advantage of that and snipe some proposals. So this one went back and forth several times, and it happened.
How fun. Do you think people were sniping me? Do you think they were trying to knock this one down?
No. What was happening is there was a collateral change with smart nodes at the same time. So when it was like going to pass, then a lot of people moved some collateral, and that invalidated their vote. So it wasn't really, I think, against that, just sort of the timing.
Yeah.
Oh, it felt like there was a war going on, that people were saying, no, screw these guys, get them out of here. They don't know what they're doing. I can't trust them. Their website is crap.
Yeah, I saw that discussion Telegram, but you were responding to it and being willing to say, yeah, we can always improve on things. I think people respond to that, and your direct input helped a lot. And then I saw like people were telling their friends, hey, you should remember to vote. And then they'd jump on their web wallet, and it was so easy for them to do it. So I think part of it was, yeah, there was some competing sort of ideas like, is this valuable? Is this the direction we need to go? And it comes down to like SmartCash is about merchants and being a easy to use cryptocurrency. And Anypay had a connection there with that same goal, and also with like the presence you guys have in New Hampshire.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm all about. Spending crypto, man. Spend it, or else it's not money. If you're not using it to buy things, what the hell's the point? Like, that's what money's for, right?
Exactly. I remember when we first talked. Yeah, we one of your phrases with Anypay was always crypto in real life, and that that merges right along with, one of the things I've always said about SmartCash is we're trying to get the currency back in cryptocurrency. We want cryptocurrency to be used as a medium of exchange. Until it is used as a medium of exchange, none of this other stuff is really going to matter.
SmartCash drove me nuts when I found out about it. When I started hearing about it, it was through Ben Swan. One of his videos was sponsored, and I was like, what the hell is this? I thought he was sponsored by Dash. And no, he got knocked by their proposal system, but then joined in with the SmartCash proposal system or something. And so I was like, okay, what's this? And then it seems like all the community is about spending. All the people that I talked to in SmartCash, and it was like, oh yeah, I've set up businesses over in Costa Rica. Oh, I've set up, there's something going on in Brazil. And I'm like, darn it, I need to get in on this. What? Come on, SmartCash, be with Anypay. We got to integrate. Like, I met you, Chris, at the Free Coast Festival, and I was thinking, like, man, how are we going to get SmartCash on Anypay? Because these are the people that I want. This is like, people approach Anypay all the time for like, oh, will you integrate my coin? And the answer is usually like, no, I don't care about your coin, because no one cares about spending it. But SmartCash people do. You stand apart. You and the Dash people are like hardcore. The word hodl, but like I like to use the word spedin. That's you guys.
Spedin. Yeah. Like, that was a big thing in Acapulco at the festival there. Like, the smart card was very popular at some of the places like Vegan Verde. SmartCash was half of their sales because people were using the smart card, and it was so easy to make purchases that way.
Yeah.
And that's really the ethos. We want people to use it, not just like hoard it.
Yeah, it was really great there, because we worked really hard on the smart card to make it things easy. And I actually had people come up and say, thank you for making this. I can finally show people cryptocurrency and how it can be used in real life easily. And I know that's your goal with Anypay too, is making it really easy that you can put the Anypay terminal and you don't really need to worry about your clerks or whatever knowing much about crypto. It's just a standard workflow for them.
Yeah, the smart card is really great. And yeah, it's a great option. I love it. I love that you guys make it easy for merchants to accept. You've got like the experience down in a really nice way. But for merchants who either just don't want to do it or they want another option, yeah, Anypay is an easy app that they can accept multiple different cryptocurrencies. So maybe they don't want to be just locked into accepting SmartCash. Mm-hmm. They could accept Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash and Dash and SmartCash, and they could do it all through the same app, and it all works the same way. So there's no special training for their cashiers who are probably drunk or hungover, minimum wage, not very well trained.
That's really important. You want to make it easy to use, and as long as people are using crypto, that's a positive thing. We want people to, free themselves from fiat and that sort of like being held back by that idea that crypto isn't real money. So making it useful in like for merchants to take is really part of that.
Yeah, making it fun. It should be fun to use, it should get some like instant feedback reaction sort of thing.
How do you do that? How do you make it fun? Is there something in the app that like shoots fireworks at you or something?
Well, here's one thing. We believe in making crypto payments fun. So when we added Doge, which we have full support for Doge on Anypay, when you pay an invoice, normally it goes cha-ching, and that indicates to the cashier that they've been paid. But when you pay with Doge, of course, it goes woof, woof, which is perfect. It's just a little fun Easter egg. Yeah. Another thing that's fun is we came up with a program, like most people were using Bitcoin, even though we had multiple coins supported on Anypay. And we were like, this is dumb. Why is everyone using the coin where the fee is so high and the confirmation time is so slow? And it's a bad experience for merchants, because if they get like 20 payments for $1 in Bitcoin, then they have to move their money out all at once. The fee is going to be like, $5 or whatever. So they don't even get their full money back, and it stinks. So we came up with, what if we just give away instant money back into people's wallets with Dash? So when they pay with Dash, you get Dash back into your wallet like magic. And we tested it out. We used it at PorkFest, and it was a huge success. Everyone loved it. Who doesn't love getting free money as a nice little bonus and surprise? But it's still going today. We sent a proposal to the Dash DAO and said, we've been putting up our own money for this program to make it more fun for people to use Dash, and they've changed their behavior. They actually switched coins from Bitcoin to Dash. So you should pay for this. And they were like, yes, we agree. So we could do that with other coins too. And it would be cool to see if, will people change their behavior to SmartCash if there were an incentive in place for that.
Put some incentives, put an Easter egg about a bee or something, like that's sort of the mascot.
Put it what?
The SmartCash has like a theme with the bees a little bit, the hex.
Yeah, the hive.
The hive. Yeah, and if you look, there's been like a proposal about a smart bee.
Yeah.
So there's all this whole like theme going on. You can actually go on one of the merchant websites and buy a plushie bee.
I love that. Okay, I need a plushie bee.
Yeah.
So what was your idea? I don't get it.
So you said something about Doge. There's a cute little dog barking.
Yes.
A cute little bee buzz or something like that.
That's a great idea.
Just integrate something cute and fun like that. And with SmartCash, that's like the one sort of cute, fun thing we have going on.
I love the idea of a bee going by. That would be fun and cute.
Yeah, it's nice to make people smile when they're using your currency, It's good.
Yeah, they should feel good and cool about it. Because so many times, I don't know if you guys do this, but when you're in a business and people are paying with cryptocurrency, man, it looks awkward and weird. They're often like, trying to scan their QR code and they're holding it and they got to like turn their phones and there's some glare and like it's we're overcoming a lot of obstacles that are like social challenges. Like it's sometimes just easier to do what everyone else does because you want to fit in and be socially accepted. So I'll just hand you this piece of plastic, you hand it back to me, and we'll just go on our way.
As Jimmy Song said, hey, why would you ever spend Bitcoin? Just spend your credit card, get your 2% cash back, and then you sell Bitcoin to pay it off if you really want to. Like, no, Jimmy, that's not what we're about here.
Well, I find that vision uninspiring.
Mm-hmm.
I like it when people use their favorite kind of money because cryptocurrencies are kind of like sports teams. So it's nice to see we display how well each coin is doing at charts.anypay.global, and anyone can see live up to the minute data about how often people are using Bitcoin Cash versus BTC versus Dash. And now SmartCash will be included in that list. So you'll be able to see, when merchants have the option, or when customers have the option, really, what do they choose to use? So I would hope to see, now that SmartCash is online, it starts to edge in on Dash a little bit.
That's what we would love to see too, and that's the whole point, is making it easier for people to use it wherever they want to use it. And that's just what we're trying to push for, is adoption everywhere. Where, how did you guys get the idea to start Anypay, and how long ago did that happen, and why did you start it?
Oh, because Bitcoin was broken, man. Steven and I, the co-founders of Anypay, have been Bitcoin users for many years. We caught the vision, each in our own separate way, and then we met in 2015 at an event called Pork Fest, the Porcupine Freedom Festival. Steven had already been working on a product called Anypay, and it was for XRP because he worked for Ripple at the time. And it was it's exactly what Anypay is today, just a simple merchant app. You can pay each other, and it was kind of like a wallet built in too. And no one wanted to use it, because no one cares about spending XRP, or at least they didn't then. And it was sad because, you have this cool app, this cool vision, but then no one cares to use it. But then in 2017, when the fees for using Bitcoin got insane, like I had been going around setting people up with BitPay. Everywhere I go, I was like, come on, will you take Bitcoin? Here, it's really easy. Here's BitPay. And some businesses would do it, and it was awesome. But then they first of all, they didn't like that there was a bunch of government forms to fill out, and IDs and social security numbers and bank accounts and all that. Like, they don't need that. To take cryptocurrency, it could just be like, download a wallet. Now I can send payments to you. We're done. So that was sort of an area of friction where setting people up with BitPay was kind of unpleasant. And then when the fees for using Bitcoin got to be like hundreds hundreds of dollars just to send enough money to pay for a bagel. It just didn't make sense to use it anymore. And people got upset. And we were at PorcFest again. And we were talking about this problem. And Steven, around a campfire in like 20 minutes or an hour, banged out a prototype of what became the current implementation of Anypay. And it was for Dash, because a bunch of our friends were using Dash, and they were like, hey, can we use this? BitPay won't integrate for us. So we figured out a way to make the screen light up green, see payments when Dash, is paid in the correct amount. And then we went to those businesses that we set up with BitPay, and we're like, hey, you know us, we're your customers, and we bring you lots of other crypto customers. Would you consider switching from BitPay to Anypay? And they were like, yeah, sure, more coins, more customers, it's an easy win, and we can treat it more like cash. So that's where it started. It was to use Dash instead of Bitcoin. And then when Bitcoin Cash came around, it was like, oh, great, okay, finally, another option for low fees, a payment coin that people are interested in using like cash. And then, more and more coins approached us to be like, will you integrate? Because we like people spending. And that's the criteria, is it has to be one that people want to spend. I don't care about coins that people don't want to spend. They're boring to me. It's way more exciting to be able to spend your money.
I mean, it's not really money if you can't spend it, right? I mean,
it's not. And it helps us. It helps Anypay. It helps me psychically. It just feels good when I see somebody somewhere in the world went to a store and paid for their coffee or their dinner or their like concert tickets or whatever they buy with cryptocurrency, because it means there was like a real human connection there. It's in a weird way, it's almost paradoxical that when you use like a digital payment method, you're actually building more personal relationships, because there's the cashier, and they're usually having a unique experience, like, oh wow, it's my first time doing this. I've seen other people do it, but it's my first time. And they feel cool because they took Bitcoin, they get to tell their friends, and then you and your friends who are there shopping, like, you get this great story, you get to take a selfie to share it around with your community. And it's a really fun experience for everyone. And it builds relationships, like real world relationships, where you're going to go back to that business, you're going to have good feelings about that. And, I want to inspire more and more of that. Let's just create this virtuous cycle of people spending coins, people building relationships, and may the best coin win wherever it is. Because, like, it's almost like sports teams. Have you guys noticed this? Like, SmartCash has its areas, right?
Yeah, there's a bit of tribalism sometimes. And
Brazil, Portugal, Costa Rica, you guys got these places on lock. Like, no Dash people are going to be coming into Costa Rica or Brazil and being like, oh yeah, it's all about Dash, right? Because SmartCash has already got that game. And that's the sports team for that area now.
It's definitely big in Brazil, for sure, yeah.
We're big in Brazil,
and there's a lot of integrations that make that work. There's a lot of stores that accept it, and like big brand stores. And it's definitely an explicit focus for that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brazil is SmartCash town.
Definitely. And it's a big economy.
You're right, is in that people care about what works in their area, and people still organize themselves by groups that way. And, this is who we are. We're SmartCash country versus some other places that may be less so.
It is, and we need to make more places SmartCash country, because there's a lot of unclaimed territory in the world. I have this cool map called map.anypay.global, and I've been trying to come up with some URL or something.
I looked at that. Wasn't there it was Thailand or something like that? Like, there's a cluster somewhere over there. I was like, okay, great. We need to get SmartCash over there next. Yeah,
because they're advanced. They are really pushing hard with, there's an embassy, a Dash embassy there in Bangkok. And these guys go around to businesses and have the real conversation with them. Like, hey, there's these people around. We have Dash. We want to use it at businesses. Would you accept this? And the businesses are like, okay. And so now they get to go and party. There's a strip club that takes Dash. They use Anypay, which is cool. Never imagined we'd be in a strip club. And there's like, I don't know, other weird businesses in Bangkok. But yeah, anyway, so there's this map and there's a lot of unclaimed territory on it. There's places that aren't doing crypto at all. We need to put them there.
Yes. Yeah, we definitely looked at the SmartCash merchant map and saw like New Hampshire had a lot of Anypay. So that's kind of an inroad into that community. And there's a bit of a libertarian community, you know, the Free State Project. And that's one of the things that in the proposal sort of stood out to me.
What?
How there's like this cluster of people in New Hampshire. I'm like, okay, that's a community. And you talk about experiences. I think about communities. We want them to understand or know SmartCash exists and how it can sort of help them, or just a different approach, just something fresh.
Well, I think the Free Staters, the people who moved to New Hampshire for more freedom, would be very warm to SmartCash, and they definitely don't all know about it yet. Dash has done a lot of advertising to the freedom community here, so they're super aware of that. But there's a lot of crypto users. As I said before this chat, I was at the longest running Bitcoin meetup in the world at Manchester, New Hampshire. And people can look that up. There's like pictures of these guys meeting back in 2010, 2011. And they've been meeting every week since then. And a lot of cool products have come out from there, like Lamasu, Bitcoin vending machines, and some other stuff. But they are there, and they use Anypay at that pub where they meet up. But SmartCash is not one of their options yet. So it should be now that it's available.
Definitely.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's one of the goals in mind I had, just sort of strategically taking over the world. That's the idea.
So what about growth? Like what I've observed, and maybe you guys can verify or tell me I'm wrong, but what I've observed is there are some places that are just not worth even trying. Like there are places where they don't use crypto, and it's almost like there's no what's the kindling? There's you just can't get a fire started. There's wet logs or something.
That's I mean, there's sometimes it's the regulations in that area, the culture. There's reasons why you don't go into certain areas, and that's okay. I mean, focus on where the low hanging fruit is, or where like the areas where you can really spark something. That makes a lot of sense.
So where's the low hanging fruit right now where we should be?
New Hampshire. Tell us about your about your store. Yeah, tell us about your store downstairs.
Okay, so there's the world famous Bitcoin tour. Worldfamousbitcointour.com is where people can learn more about that. It's a self-guided tour that people all around the world have come to take. There's a Bitcoin accepting hotel and a bed and breakfast in town, and they use Anypay, so there's no reason they wouldn't be able to take SmartCash as well if I go over there and talk to them. And most of these businesses, so first of all, none of them take SmartCash yet. The only one would be the Free State Bitcoin shop. And so because this just happened this week, so it's going to take going to them and talking, saying like, hey, there's this other coin that's supported and people want to use it, so add it. But there's like yoga, theater tickets you can buy, so you can see shows. Well, let me just like go to the website and actually read what you would do.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, speaking of having to go to these stores and ask, I mean, when I was out there, I'm sure I could have gotten a half dozen stores to accept SmartCash if we were on Anypay at that time. I mean,
right, exactly.
Runners are very willing to add crypto. It's just, they have to deal with overhead for their staff, and adding separate payment methods is difficult.
It can be, or it can be as easy as copy and paste, because most of these businesses have a Coinomi wallet, so they just, I'll create a SmartCash address. Now I've got it. Now I paste it into Anypay, and now my business can take SmartCash forever.
Exactly.
So it's really easy. So here we have vintage and upcycled fashion garments. We have feminine products at like dainty items and great smelling things at Lady Pickwick's.
Great
Soulwear. Yeah, Soul Sunwear is a fashion brand sunglasses shop where you can get high-end sunglasses and pay with cryptocurrency. Fezziwig's Food and Fountain is an adorable historic like throwback to the 1950s soda fountain era where like people are dressed up in costumes, and it's a really cute area where you can get some peckish things. There's a museum where you can see like 1700s colonial America, and they take crypto. So all these places are on the world famous tour. So like whatever strikes your fancy, you can go and do yoga or check out a museum or go see a live theater show or just go to the vape store and then hang out on the corner, or like go get your hair cut at the hair salon. There's a French pastry shop and wine store. There's even medical services. You can go get an eye exam and get some nice new lenses or something at the lens doctors. The gold store, the brewery. So there's a lot you can do on the world famous Bitcoin tour. And all of these places should take Smart. It should be the world famous Smart tour, really. Could you imagine if there were so many places within a 1 mile radius? Like there's 22 places on this list. 22 places within 1 mile radius that take Smart.
That would be excellent. That's what we need from all the SmartCash listeners on here, just to go to map.anypay.global, find the stores near you, and get them to accept Smart.
Yeah. Oh, hey, the cool thing about that map, we haven't talked about this, but it's interactive. So like if you see a business that is green, then you know they have taken a crypto payment this week. So if you go there and you've got your crypto, they're going to know what they're doing. But if you've all had this experience, you look on a Bitcoin map and you're like, oh great, I'm going to spend some crypto here. And then they look at you like, what is Bitcoin? Never heard of that. We take that here? That sucks. That experience hurts. And don't let that happen to you. You can go to map.anypay.global and see, are they yellow? Are they red? Are they gray? Which means they haven't taken a payment in over 3 months. And what's fun is you can go to the places that are like, oh, starting to get yellow or red, and go do a crypto payment, boom, they'll turn green that instant. So you just reactivated that business and kept the fire alive. You're fanning the flames of crypto in your area.
That sounds really fun.
That's an awesome way to gamify it.
Yeah, gamify it. Make it, that's a great way to sort of spread it to your friend, you know, get a badge for visiting a few places, you reactivated a few things. It makes it an experience. And I think that's what we need to do, is make it a fun thing. Too many people get hung up on the anxiety around like price movements, but just getting one more person involved in this other way of thinking is really like fulfilling.
Well, I thought I was some hot stuff because, you know, my town takes all this crypto. And then when we made this map, I was like, there's a lot of red on here. I guess I haven't been going to the, you know, because I'm a creature of habit. I go to the same coffee shop every time. I don't go to that other coffee shop enough. So when I saw that they were red, I'm motivated just purely by fact that I want my town to be more green than red, that I went to that other place, or I go to that business that was gray. They haven't had a payment in a while. It's embarrassing because it's like, hey man, you set us up to take Bitcoin and then no one came around. So you can use this to make businesses happy, to make them like crypto, to have fun yourself.
Yeah, that's good. That's a whole feedback loop that's really positive. A lot of point of sale services don't actually like have a merchant directory, or if they say they have merchants, there's no way to really verify it.
Yeah, they don't even care. They just say, you know, oh, we have like, I can tell you how many we have, like over 2,000 accounts at Anypay, which means that people started, you know, they set up an account and they set some addresses and they can take payments. But we also publish at charts.anypay.global all the information about what's going on in our system. And there's 140 some active accounts. So that's the honest way to be like, look, these people are actually taking payments. The rest, they haven't taken a payment in over 90 days. I don't even know if they're real. So we want to be, it's not enough that people claim these businesses take crypto. Prove it.
Exactly. That's something we, you know, as you said, we've all experienced that, you know, store supposedly accepts it, but there's, you know, well, yeah, we have to go get the owner to get his phone out to figure out how to accept this. And he's, you know, out for now. So you can't spend it there. And does that store really accept crypto? In my mind, no. It has to be a place where you go in there and everybody at the counter can accept cryptocurrency and knows what to do.
Knows what to do. And actually, it's fun. People are really in for an experience. Book your room at the Martin Hill Inn, the crypto place that is a bed and breakfast in Portsmouth. If you're a crypto person at all, and this is important to you, you owe it to yourself to see what the world could be like when everyone takes crypto. Because that exists today in Portsmouth. I mean, it's not all the businesses, but you can walk around and there's more to do in a single day. You're going to need a whole weekend to do it. And see what it's like. It's not awkward or weird. It's totally mundane. The cashiers won't be like, oh boy, we're taking a Bitcoin payment. Hey, come around, come look. Like, they're just like, oh, okay, yeah. So, same as they would be like, oh yeah, sign here. Would you like to add a tip? Blah, blah, blah. There's no even change in tone. They're totally bored by it.
And as dull as that sounds, that really kind of is how we want our medium of exchange to be treated.
Yeah, because they've been doing this for years here. So anyway,
what it is. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. Yeah, I mean, really, that covers what Anypay is. That covers a bit who you are and how you ended up back there in Portsmouth, and what your goals are at Anypay, which we think is very important, and a little bit of your experience with our proposal system too.
It's awesome. It's a really good proposal system. I had a great experience. SmartCash is a great community. They gave a lot of valuable feedback. They told me my website stinks, that they can't trust me, that I look like someone who could just be scamming any of these coins. And I took that feedback totally seriously, totally redid the website. It's not exciting to say, "Ooh, I redid my website," but really, that was great feedback to have, and they made me stronger. I really appreciate the SmartCash community and their honesty and their focus on spending. That's so important. It's what it's all about. So I want to do you and your community an honor by making it as easy and fun as possible so that they can set up businesses. Oh, and I made a cool website. Right now, it's not active. It hasn't propagated yet, but I bought the domain helpmetakesmart.com. So we have this for helpmetakebitcoin.com and helpmetakdash.com because everyone's got their team, right? And we're talking to Team SmartCash right now. So if you want to make it really easy for your favorite business to take smart with Anypay, helpmetakesmart.com is a website that it's smart focused. It's only about taking SmartCash through Anypay. So, they can take other coins too, but this is an easy way for them to get set up with our app.
Excellent. We'll check it out as soon as it propagates because it's still down now.
Yeah.
But very cool. I think that probably covers it. I think we've probably talked about everything we need to. It was a lot of fun chatting with you. I hope our community feels better about that proposal passing after hearing from you and your voice and what you're doing here, and knows to check out map.anypay.global. Any parting words from your end, sites people should check out, places people should go?
Yeah, have fun. Use crypto today. Do it with a smile. Set up a wallet for somebody, some stranger. Send them a tip and give them a great experience.
Excellent. Yeah, and you can use Smart to SMS or Smart to email in the web wallet to make that really easy.
Yes, you can.
So there we go. All right. Well, thank you very much, Derrick. I think we have spent enough time chatting about this. I think it was a very positive talk, and I hope everybody has had a great time listening to it as much as we've had a great time talking about it. Oh, yeah. Hey, follow Anypay on Twitter. We need more Twitter followers. I need your help. We all need more Twitter followers. I'll link to your Twitter account in the show notes page, and as well as to Map and all your other stuff. I'll make sure we get plenty of good links there and hopefully get a few more followers out of this, and hopefully we get some smart people going to your Anypay stores. Thanks, man. Thank you very much, Derrick.
Thanks, Derrick.